freak. This is hard, dude.
That shit's one of the bloopers.
Yeah, man. Shit. Alright. Let me do this. I was smiling. I gotta be serious. I don't know who comes up with these names, bro. Like, Negasonic Teenage Warhead? Yo. What's up, YouTube subscribers, YouTubers, Twitter users, Snapchatters, Instagrammers? It's David Upgraded for you today, and I'm here to review Deadpool. So Deadpool, you already know what the movie's about. We're getting into the origin story of Deadpool, how he became Deadpool, his loved ones, family, love interests, friends, things like that. You already know. So the intro scene is just going to be Deadpool in a cab, talking to a cab driver, and he's cracking jokes. You're kind of getting the feel for Deadpool. He's kind of like a lighthearted, you know, I wouldn't say superhero, because in the movie he doesn't name himself a superhero. I don't know what he names himself. So we can just say like ex-superhero, kind of want to be superhero. And so you saw the first scene in the trailer when he's on the bridge and he's fighting all these bad guys. That's the scene that they pick up with when they start this movie. And that scene was awesome in the trailers. This scene is even better in the movie. So this scene goes on for a while because they're taking breaks within this scene to have flashbacks going back to his old life before he became Deadpool. And they did an amazing job with that because he breaks the fourth wall a lot, as well as, oh my gosh, he breaks the fourth wall a lot, as well as, I don't know how to phrase that. So throughout this scene, while they're on the bridge and having this fight scene, you know, Deadpool breaks the fourth wall a lot. That's what he's known for. He's known for that in the comics, and he's known for that in this movie. And he also does a lot of good freeze shots, which gives a good transition into the flashback scenes. Now, knowing a lot of his backstory, I personally found him a very intriguing character through his love interest, through his friends, how he was like kind of an ex-mercenary. I thought everything was interesting from start to finish throughout his flashback sequences. Now this movie is lighthearted because he's kind of a comedy character. Now the problem that I have with him being a comedy character is, personally it's not my kind of comedy. But I'm not going to say it's not good comedy because there were a lot of parts in here that had me laughing. But I'm just going to say as a whole, the movie didn't have me laughing from start to finish. But I'm not going to label it as a gripe of the movie because 2/3 of the theater was laughing pretty much most of the movie. So the comedy they did a great job with. I'm not going to even touch on that. So there was a good balance between action and dialogue. This movie had a great pace as well. I was enjoying this movie all the way through. I just think there was something about the movie that it didn't show an it factor to me. As much as hype was around this movie, I was expecting something a little bit more to put me on the edge of my seat, to make me want to stay even past the credits, because you know they always leave an Easter egg at the end of every movie. I didn't even feel like staying at that point at that movie. But the X-Men characters that they threw into this movie, which were Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, both of those characters were great. The end fight scene was absolutely fantastic. The main antagonist, whose name is Francis in the movie, I thought he did a decent job. I think he's replaceable though. And he wasn't a standout character, but he did a decent enough job to the point that I'm not going to attack him for his acting job or the way he played his villain. Now as far as the rating, you know, it's rated R. I think it definitely deserved its rating. It didn't have a lot of nudity in it, but it did have a lot of blood, and it did have a lot of crude language. Now I don't, you know, advise parents to take their kids to go see it, even though it is kind of like in the same Marvel universe / superhero universe that all the other previous movies have been in. This isn't a movie that I would particularly take a young child to see. I'm happy that this movie finally got greenlit because, you know, the studios are kind of hesitant on greenlighting rated R movies. But I do think this was a good movie for us to have. This was a great, solid movie to build on a foundation for the next Deadpool movie to come. But as far as a movie, I just don't feel like it had the it factor. I think for die-hard Deadpool fans, this movie is the movie you've been waiting for. This is the movie that you've been anticipating. This is your movie. But for me as a reviewer, and also I'm not a huge Deadpool fan, it kind of left me wanting more from the movie, especially after all the hype that was around it, but it just didn't satisfy that need for me. But Ryan Reynolds did a great job, as well as everyone else in the supporting cast. I think you couldn't have casted a better Deadpool because Ryan Reynolds' style fits Deadpool better than a lot of actors that they could have possibly picked. He has a very good, quick sense of humor, he's very crude humor, and he's very charismatic on screen. So my favorite scene in the movie has to be the end scene. The end scene was funny, as well as very suspenseful, and I'm not going to ruin it. I don't want to give any spoilers, but that was my personal favorite scene in the movie. So the rating that I give Deadpool, I definitely pay to see it again. But thanks for watching, guys. That's all I have for this review. Check out my last reviews that should be at the bottom of the screen, as well as check out my rankings video, which should be at the top of the screen, and stay tuned for my next review. Thanks for watching again. I cannot feel my face. What's up, tweeters, Snapchat users, Instagram users, YouTube subscribers, YouTubers? It's David Upgraded here.